Okay, to start your posterior chain workout 5, we're going to do some scap adduction. So the scapula right here, you should have had enough training on this in all the other workouts that we've done. But a quick reminder, we want the scapula to be able to move forward and back. Okay, so we're going to work on having the scapula move this way as much as you can. And then when you bring them together, I want you to work on depressing your scapula. So this is a good example since I have the tightest shoulders in the world. So push-up position. This is one way you can work it. You can let the shoulder blades sink together and then press the scapula apart. You can get your 15 reps right here. Or you can do it with your monkey. Okay, this is significantly harder. So only if you have the monkey already would I recommend this. Otherwise, just stick with it in a push-up position. That's way harder. Okay. So your second oblique exercise is stroke. If you have the isocore, it's a great exercise to do, and if you have access to a gym, you can do this usually on the tricep machine. Correct? Correct. Have to check with the coach. All right, so stroke, you're just pulling, keep the core engaged, stay tight to the obliques, hips tucked under slightly, and then draw the isocore towards each hip, alternating. So that's a great movement. But if you don't have Monkey's equipment, then you can pretty much create the same thing. We want dynamic core stability. So that's why this is in the last workout, the hardest one, even though it looks like, oh, this seems kind of easy. But it's if you've done all your other homework, it's great functional training. So again, starting in that push-up position, extend one arm up and then reach that arm through. Bring the arm up. Trying to keep the hips level. So we're not opening up all the way like this when you reach up. Keep the hips level, both hip bones pointing down, open through the spine, and then reach through. All right, triple threat. We've worked up to this with the other exercises. So heels on the ball. You're going to first start off with just lifting the hips up and down, just like in our mobility work. After you got 15 up and down, you're going to roll it in and out 15 times. Make sure you're squeezing the hamstrings, hips stay high. And then after you got 15 here, keep the ball bent, lower, and lift the hips 15 times. If you have monkey, you can use the monkey and use the foot straps just like they show you in the app and do your hamstring curl on hip there for something more dynamic. You can also go single leg. So I'm just showing you the monkey for ways to supplement the intensity. It's not needed. You can get just as effective a workout with the Swiss ball. Okay, let's talk bread and butter. So all of this other workout that you've done, some of it's probably easy. And that's good because we're building up to these last two exercises here. These are your bread and butter. These are the ones that are going to make or break your hike or get you really ready to train. So I'm going to start off with the Bulgarian. If you have a bench, I kind of like because you can do all of this without a gym. You can easily use a park bench. Bulgarian squat happens to be, for some weird reason, my favorite leg exercise. You're going to start with one foot elevated behind you. My quads are slightly tight, so I always tuck my toe, but I know some people prefer to do it this way. It's just more of a stretch for me in my quad than working on my driving through my front leg. So I tuck my toes under. It's important to have your front foot out enough so that when you descend, this knee is over your ankle and not like this. So make sure you're out far enough. If you need something to balance at first, that's fine, but you've done all that leg training, you should be good now. From here, you're going to bend the front knee so your thigh is parallel to the floor, about 90-degree bend. This might be a little too deep for you. Up and down. Working on keeping the hips stable. Working on keeping good posture from all the posterior chain work you've been doing. After your Bulgarian squat, so you'll get 15 per leg, the kettlebell swing. So in the core and cardio, it's okay that you're getting an elevated heart rate. Here, go slow, get good execution, and work on developing strength. If you get to where you can do your Bulgarian squat holding a dumbbell or a kettlebell, great. Okay, you want to make sure you're getting some really good strength in the quads. This isn't about spiking the heart rate, even though my heart rate sounds really high because I'm talking at the same time. You are going to do kettlebell swing. Your first set, 30 reps, so start off a little lighter weight. I'm going to show you kind of slow motion first. When you do your kettlebell swing, make sure the hips are dropping back. Kind of like you would if you did yoga and you're in chair pose, but your feet are wider. Toes are slightly turned out. Drop the hips down. Kettlebell comes between your legs. Explosive power through the hips as you come up. Let the kettlebell swing to chest height. Okay, it's all about generating power through the hips. This isn't a squat. It doesn't look like this. That's wrong. That's what you want to be doing. Okay. On your first set, like I said, you're going to go about 30 reps. Then we'll go to a little higher weight, 25 reps, 20 reps for the last one. If you have a clock, you can just go a minute, 45 seconds, 30 seconds. You're trying to build up your strength here. Could you add in squats instead? We tried to design this so people wouldn't have to go into a gym. Yes, you could squat just the same, but in addition to this, do your Bulgarian because you're going to get the dynamics of single leg and learn to drive through your hips at the same time. Now, monkey has similar. You can do the Bulgarian with the monkey by having one foot. You have to adjust it. I have to move too much things around, but the app has the picture so well. You can do their Bulgarian as a single leg lunge with a foot in the strap, which is really nice, but you can't replace your kettlebell swing. So if you don't, I recommend getting one kettlebell. If you don't, you could probably swing some jugs of water. Coach says yes, you can try swing some jugs of water. So that will that gets you through your posterior chain workout 5. If you have any questions, you know where to reach us.